February is still a very cold month here in the northern states. It usually comes with freezing temperatures and a lot of snow. Not so much to do outside in your garden. Of course, you can do some winter sowing, and I made a video about it. If you haven't seen it yet, click this link on top and watch it. But today we will talk about what you can start indoors in the month of February. And I want to start my list with one of my favorite spring crops, peas. And I usually grow peas in a larger seedling containers because I like to drop a few seeds in each cell. So as you can see over here, I planted 5 seeds together. It'll be easier to transplant it that way. And this year I am growing golden sweet, spring blush variety, and also sugar magnolia tendril. I start my peas indoors in February, so by the time weather warms up a little in March, I can transplant them outdoors. And I like growing my peas in containers, either with a little trellis or in hanging baskets. It grows best in cool spring weather. Another vegetable I like to start in February is bulbing fennel, also celery. Celery takes a while to sprout, so you have to start it early. And then around June, July, you'll have beautiful celery in your garden. Artichoke is another one that can be started early and transplanted while it's still cold outside. There is the whole family of vegetables that love cool spring weather, and it is brassica family or cabbages. I love growing different cabbages in my garden, and I usually transplant them early in the spring, in the end of March. So that's why I need to start them indoors a little bit more than a month before that, because I like my seedlings to be 4 to 6 weeks old when I am transplanting them into the garden. And as you can see over here, I have started quite a variety of brassicas. Salad greens also grow well in early spring, and of course you can directly sow them outside, but if you want early harvest, you can start a few of them indoors and then transplant them outside in March. I love different types of lettuce and kale, so I had started several of each variety. These grow fast, so you have to keep an eye on them. Another category of seeds you can plant early in the spring are onions. Onions sprout really fast, but they grow slow. I like to interplant my onions among other vegetables to serve as a pest control. And starting onions from seed is much cheaper than buying onion sets. There are a lot of flowers that can be started indoors in February. Petunia, for example, takes a while to grow, and even though it's a warm-loving flower, I have to start it early. Pansies, on the other hand, are cold hardy, and I can transplant them in March. And if I want them to flower for me in March, I have to start them early. Pansies are so easy to grow from seed. They sprout really fast and grow fast as well. So make sure to sow some for the upcoming spring. This year I am growing from seed snapdragons, foxglove, stocks, forget-me-nots, also black-eyed Susan, gold chamomile, primrose, and few others. Usually perennial flowers take a while to sprout, so that's why I have to start them in February or even in the end of January. These were started 6-7 days ago and just starting to show up. Another category of plants you can sow in February is herbs. I already started some dill, tarragon, savory, and fenugreek. Herbs are great to start early because even before you transplant them outside, you can start harvesting. Now let's talk about peppers. These will not be transplanted until after the last spring frost, which is in May, but they grow slow and I have to start them early. Same with tomatoes. I like my tomatoes to be quite a decent size when I transplant them in the garden, so I start them in February as well. Eggplants is another crop that requires a long growing time and sprouting time as well, and these warm-loving vegetables will be transplanted into bigger cups once they get their first set of true leaves, which should be in a couple of weeks. For now, they're just sitting here, covered under humidity domes and slowly growing, waiting for the spring to come. What are you planning to start indoors in February? Share in the comments below.